The pigs have gone crazy. It is so hot, guys. I cannot even tell you. This is like the hottest summer that we have had on record for, they're saying, I don't know, 10 or 20 years. It is so hot. I want you to look around and look how dry everything is. We are going to have to start feeding our cows hay already, which never happens mid-July, never. The farmers out here in the Midwest have only gotten one cutting of hay, which is not good for those of us that have some cattle that we need to feed, because what's going to happen is that is going to make the price of hay so much more. You can see our girls over there in Big Mac. They're in the shade because it is so hot. They find the shade that they can. We have literally given them the entire property here. We have just fenced in from here on. As you can see, they have the run of the entire 10 acres, and there is really hardly any grass to be found. They have plenty of shade. There's still some grass, but there is not much. And so you can see just by looking around how everything is so dry. Look at this. We literally have gotten nothing. I'm watching, you know, North Carolina, where, you know, everybody's been getting rain, and we just want to cry. I mean, literally, it is just incredibly dry and hot. It got up to, I think, 106, they said the other day, and that wasn't even including the heat index. So yeah, the ground is literally drying out, cracking. We are trying to keep everybody watered and, you know, watering the trees even, just because things are already starting to turn colors. It's crazy, because Avonlea was saying, is it already fall? The leaves are starting to fall off the trees. Ours, you can tell back there, are all still very green, but there are those that are just dying. We lost all of our blackberries. They shriveled up and died. We may have gotten a handful, which was so sad. Yeah, no blackberries for us. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what's taking place here. Look at that, so dry. We only had to mow like twice, literally only had to mow twice, and we brush hogged once, and that will be it for this year. We will not be doing much of anything. As far as the garden is concerned, that's something that we are going to continue to just water. We water it in the morning, and then we water again in the evening. Come over here and show you. The garden looks great, but it's starting to wear. We are still working on this here garage. Guys, I want you to know that was the hardest thing ever to put up. It took 4 of us, and yeah, we got the frame up. We did it in the dark last night because it's been so hot. So we got that up. Now we're gonna put up the tarps that go over it, but we have to stake it down because it is quite flimsy. Quite flimsy. Just kind of makes you wonder about some of these things. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so here's the garden. And if you look closely at some of the zucchini plants back there, they are wilty. So we are going to soak them again tonight. It is taking a toll on them. The tomato plants are looking beautifully. I mean, they look beautiful. They really do. There's blooms on there, not as many as I would like. Hoping that we will see lots of tomatoes. They really did pick up. I'm happy about that. And of course, okra loves the heat, and so do the peppers, but they just never really got that big. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we did get heat so quickly. I don't know. Here's the cucumbers. We have not staked those up. I'm not sure whether it's too late to do that or not. These are our winter squashes, butternut and spaghetti squash. And then of course the sweet potatoes are loving this. They are doing really, really well. So you can tell the garden is doing okay. The heat, of course, does a number. It really does. So you just really have to keep up on it. And we are so looking forward to a fall garden, which will be so much more tolerable. We won't have to worry about this heat. Yeah. And then on top of all of that, our pigs had been kept in for quite a while in that electric fencing, like you saw, but they did break out the other day. It's hot, it's dry, you can kind of understand, but we can no longer keep them contained, so we have someone coming, and yeah, their days are just about over. So, which is sad. We had hoped that we could keep them in, but they have been doing so much damage everywhere. They were literally in Avonlea's pool yesterday, which, yeah, that wasn't good. And then they were in the duck pool, and then they almost tore off the door to the barn because they wanted to get in there. They're looking for food. They literally came over here and were working on destroying all of this here, tearing it all up. And as you can tell over here, let me show you, they have been rubbing themselves up against the trailer. So Jean said, enough. We can only do so much. We tried. So Clarabelle is going to freezer camp, and we are hoping to sell Clarence. Say hello. Hello. She's swimming. It's the only way to keep cool. The air conditioner in the trailer is running 24/7. Yeah, trying to stay cool. And then we find shady spots. Even Duchess is hot. She is laying under the trailer to keep cool. Yeah, it's just been hot for everybody. Not fun. But yeah, this wasn't something we had hoped to do, but we kind of knew it was going to happen because they keep getting out, and we just can't have that. We just really cannot have that. So we thought of different fencing again for them, but Jean finally said they're just too big. They weigh about 450 pounds a piece. That's way bigger of a pig than we had hoped. We were hoping more like the Cooney Coon, which is a much smaller breed. So we'll see. Not sure if we're gonna do that or not. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what's going on here in the Midwest, here on Morris Patch of Heaven 2.0. We are loving it, but it is a hot one. I wanted to show you some of the zucchini and summer squash that we got out of the garden. Look at that, it looks so yummy, and there's more coming on. So we got those, and then we got these here. So yeah, and I think we got one cucumber here. It's kind of squishy, but one so far. So I think little by little, we're getting at least something. I'm so excited about that because I was so worried we weren't going to get anything, but look at that, we are. It may be hot, but the girls are still laying. Look at that. We are going to have to come up with some amazing recipes to use these eggs. I went ahead and made potato salad, as you can see, using some of them. Yeah, so if you can give me some recipes on how to use up all these eggs, I sure would appreciate it, because that's a lot of eggs. That entire basket is full, and we have some in the fridge as well. Oh my word. Okay, I'm in the trailer. Sorry, it looked like a hot mess because I am a hot mess. It's so hot, guys, but the cooking needs to continue. So for years and years, when our children were little, I used to make these one dish meals just because it was simple. I would just throw everything into one dish. They loved it, they asked for it, and every time it was something different because it just all depended what was in the garden, depended on what kind of meat I had. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the one dish meal that I made today, even though it's like 106 degrees. It's stuff that I had in the refrigerator that I needed to use, and that's just kind of how we cook. We cook seasonally, so whatever comes in the garden, that's usually what we're cooking. Not that a lot of this was from the garden, but it's what I had, and I'm just kind of working through the refrigerator and using what we have, and I'm going to bring you along and show you some of the meals that we make. Okay, so what we have in here is I had some chicken that we had left over from a barbecue last night. We had some broccoli, and I had a couple of potatoes left from the potato salad that I made, onions, and I added cheese to it. And guys, it is simply amazing. I added some seasonings from Trader Joe's that we picked up. There we go, centered a little bit better. But guys, this is something that y'all can do as well. And you could add sour cream or cream cheese to it, which I do a lot of times. I will make, you know, if I'm making cream cheese or whatever, I will, or a soft cheese from, you know, our goat's milk, which we haven't done in a while, but that's something that you could add to this. But it is so simple and so delicious. Y'all have to give it a try. Jean brought home a watermelon. I'm so excited. I hope this one is good, because I don't know about y'all, but this year has been really bad for us as far as watermelons are concerned. They have been horrible. And Avonlea made a basil lemonade. We have a couple basil leaves here that are left. This all came from our basil plant in the garden. And what we do is we just take lemon, fresh lemon, and then basil, and then we add some stevia and ice, and we stick it in our Ninja. And boy, I'm telling you what, y'all, this is the best. This is the bomb basil lemonade, and it is so refreshing. You definitely need to give that a try as well. It's a perfect refresher drink for summertime. Okay, so I finished supper. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the watermelon to add to it. We have some potato salad left from last night. We did a barbecue. It seems we're probably gonna be doing a lot of that because it is so hot, and the little stove here runs on propane, which it's a gas stove. I don't prefer that. We had gas in California many years ago, and I loved it at the time, but I got so used to doing a gas stove, so going back to, electric stove, so going back to gas there's a little bit of an art to it, but I have figured it out. But propane is quite expensive, so I think we're gonna probably be doing a lot of outdoor. I'm gonna get my solar oven out of storage, and we're gonna start working on that, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it works. It is amazing, guys. That way, you know, it's not going to cost anything. The sun is going to do it all for us. And then we do barbecuing outside as well. But anyway, guys, look at these eggs. We have, our girls are definitely still laying, even though it's hot. And like I had mentioned before, please send me your egg recipes. I have plenty that I have done in the past, because we've always had chickens, and with a large family I became very creative with many egg dishes. But I would love to know what you all do with your eggs, because I would love something different. We do a lot of frittatas and quiches, and you know, we do breakfast casseroles, so a lot of that, and I use it in fried rice as well. And then of course the southern, just rice and eggs and onions, which Jean grew up with that and we love. That's a great breakfast. But yeah, let me know what you do, because we have to eat these eggs, and it just is what it is. We eat, you know, what we have, and especially in this day and age, I mean, we can't be picky. So we have lots of zucchini and summer squash sitting here that we are going to be enjoying. We're going to do a Mexican squash casserole, which is absolutely delicious. I will show you that. So yeah, and then we're going to be making zucchini fritters and zucchini muffins. So now that zucchini's coming in, we will be eating lots of zucchini. It's just how we eat. But anyway, if you are new to our channel, we are Morris Patch of Heaven 2.0. We moved from a farmhouse on 3 acres to an abandoned piece of property with an abandoned house It's 10 acres, and we are currently residing in an RV with our 2 youngest children. We have 9 and we have 2 still at home. And we just had our first grandbaby. Oh my goodness. If this sounds interesting to you, we do canning and we do fermenting. We do a little bit of everything, and we are going to soon be building a metal house, and we would love to show you what it's like to live in an RV with 2 children. The space is small. It's like living small, but we are up for the challenge, and we would love to have you come along. So if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. We would love to have you join this journey of ours. I know it's crazy to think that, you know, now that most of our children are out of the home, we are doing this craziness, but you know, it is fun and we are enjoying it. We'd love to have you come along. Anyway, if you're enjoying our videos, give us a thumbs up, and we will ring that notification bell and you'll be notified when we have another video. And we love you guys, and we thank you for coming along this journey with us, and we will talk to you next time. God bless you. I had to show you real quick what the watermelon looked like inside. Look at that, guys. It looks amazing. I did take a taste. As you can tell, it's all right. It still is not as sweet as some that we've had. I'm not exactly sure what it is this year, but look how beautiful, and at least it's juicy and not dried out. So I think with a little bit of salt, this is going to be really yummy, but I wanted to share it with you. Look at that. Now this is exactly why they have to go. Do you see this, guys? Look at that. And she just bit up the pillow. This is insane, guys. Can you actually believe this? This is something you wouldn't see every day. Look at that. They're tearing Avonlea's pool apart, and she is not happy. Look at this. She tore up the pillow there, and look at that. The pigs have gone crazy.